Yes, good afternoon, students. Paper number 64. Question number 66 to 70. Now in this question number 66 to 70, yes, tell me what is the information here. Now 6 friends, Rahul, Kabir, Anup, Raghu, Amit and Alok, isn't it? Hence in total how many persons do we have? 6 persons. We are engineering graduates and these 6 were placed in 6 different companies and were posted in 6 different locations, namely Tisco Jamshedpur, Telco Pune, Wipro Bangalore, HCL Noida and Mecon Ranchi and Usha Martin Kolkata. And 6 companies and their places were also clearly specified. And each of them has their personal email IDs with different email providers, isn't it? Yes, what are the parameters given in this one? Now 6 friends. First let us write down the persons. Who are those persons? Amit, next Anup, Raghu, next Rahul, Alok and finally Kabir are the 6 persons. Now these 6 persons working in different companies in different places and their service providers is also clearly given. Then coming to this one, the one having email account with SancharNet works in Noida. Noida means yes, Noida is HCL, isn't it? Now SancharNet email ID with SancharNet is working in HCL and the place is Noida. Noida is HCL and the one having email account with India Times work for Tisco. India Times. Now this India Times works with whom? Tisco and this Tisco is placed at where? Jamshedpur. Tisco is Jamshedpur. Clear now? Jamshedpur. Amit does not stay in Bangalore and does not work for Mecon. Amit does not stay in Bangalore and does not work for Mecon. Hence, Bangalore means which company here? Wipro. That means this Amit is not working in Wipro, isn't it? And at the same time, Amit does not stay in Bangalore and does not work for Mecon. And this person does not work for Mecon, and that means Wipro is ruled out. Wipro, and what is the other thing here? Mecon is ruled out. Wipro and Mecon are ruled out. Then what are the remaining possibilities here? There are 4 more possibilities to this Amit. And the one who works for Mecon has an email ID with Gmail. Mecon and with whom? Gmail ID and the company is Mecon and where it is placed here? Mecon is placed in Ranchi. Now these 3 were fixed now. Has an email ID with Gmail. Rahul has an email ID with Rediff. Rahul is Rediff and works at Pune. As this person works at Pune, then tell me what is the company. Now the Pune based company is what? Pune based company is Telco. And this Rahul who is working in Telco and it is in Pune and with Rediff mail. Alok does not work for Mecon. Alok does not work for Mecon. Alok is not working for Mecon. Amit is also not working for Mecon, isn't it? Then Alok does not work for Mecon and the one who works for Wipro does not have an email account with Yahoo. And Wipro means, and that was placed in Bangalore and this person does not have Yahoo. And so Yahoo here is ruled out. The next one, Kabir is posted in Kolkata. As Kabir is posted in Kolkata, then Kolkata means what is that company here? Kabir posted in Kolkata. Kolkata is Usha Martin, isn't it? Now this Kabir is working in Usha Martin and does not have an account with a Hotmail, and so Hotmail is ruled out. And this Kabir does not have Hotmail. Neither Alok nor Raghu works in Noida. Alok is not working in Noida. Now this Alok is not working in Noida. Then who is the other person who is not working in Noida here? Amit is also not working in Noida, isn't it? Then the one who posted in Ranchi has an email ID which is not an account of Reediff or Hotmail. Ranchi is already, we are having Gmail, isn't it? Ranchi is what Gmail is clearly given or not? That is fixed. Anup is posted in Jamshedpur. As Anup is posted in Jamshedpur, then Jamshedpur means this person is working in Tisco. As this person working in Tisco, then, and this person is having email with Indian Times. Clear now? This is what the information we have. Then tell me what are the different possibilities. Now this we have done with this one, and Gmail account, this is also already done. Gmail account is not there, isn't it? And tell me SancharNet and HCL can be where? Where should this HCL and SancharNet? The one who is account with, now SancharNet HCL, as Kolkata, Pune, Jamshedpur are already done. Now we are left with what? Now we are left with Noida. Then who is working in Noida here? And this Amit is not working in Wipro, and this person is not working with Macon. Amit does not work in Wipro and he does not work in Macon. Wipro completed, Macon, Tisco, Telco, Usha Martin, all these were done. And this Amit one must work in HCL, isn't it? As Amit works in HCL, and this HCL is what? HCL is SancharNet, and where is he placed here? This person is placed in Noida. Then the one who is having email with SancharNet works in Noida, and the one having an email account with India Times work for Tisco. India Times works with Tisco, and Noida is what? SancharNet. Amit does not stay in Bangalore. As Amit does not stay in Bangalore, Amit does not work in Wipro, isn't it? Because Wipro is at Bangalore, hence this Amit is not working in Wipro and does not work for Macon. As this person does not work for Macon, and Macon is what is that place here? This Macon is placed in Ranchi, and this person cannot work in Ranchi, cannot work in Bangalore, and Jamshedpur, Pune and Kolkata were already done. Then what is the only thing left over here? Noida is left over. As Noida is left over, this person is HCL and this is SancharNet. Clear now? Then, and does not work for Macon. The one who works for Macon has an email ID. Macon email ID with Gmail. Macon is having email ID with Gmail. Then tell me where should this Gmail and Macon. Now we need to discuss about this Ranchi. Ranchi can be either at this place, either Raghu or Alok. Out of this Raghu and Alok, one information given about this Alok. Alok does not work for Macon. As Alok does not work for Macon, hence Macon cannot be here. Hence where should this Macon be? This Raghu is working in Macon. As Raghu is working with Macon, and this Macon is what? Gmail, and this is Gmail, and what is the city here? Ranchi is the city. If Ranchi is the city here, HCL, Tisco, Macon, Telco and Usha Martin were done. Then what is left over here? Now we are left with Wipro. And this person Wipro, and this person is working in Bangalore, and this person working in Bangalore. Then coming to this one. And this is not Yahoo. As it is not Yahoo, and this Kabir must be Yahoo. If this Kabir is having Yahoo mail, then what is left over here? Hotmail is left over, and this Alok is Hotmail. Done with this? Now this is about question number 66 to 70. Now in total we have some 6 persons. Now these 6 persons are working in different companies, and the places where these companies were located is given, and each of them is using a different email providers. Amit Sancharnet HCL, and it is in Noida. Anup India Times Cisco, and it is in Jamshedpur. Raghu Gmail and Meccan, and it is in Ranchi. And Rahul Rediff Telco, and it is in Pune. Alok Hotmail, and Wipro Bangalore, and Kabir Yahoo, Usha Martin, and Kolkata. And this is about question number 66 to 70. Then 71 to 75. Now question number 71 to 75. There are 9 people, PQRS, TUVW, X in a family, and it is a 3-generation family. 3 generation means first generation belongs to grandparents, next generation is parents, and the third one is our children generation. Then they are seated in a row facing north and south directions, not necessarily in the same order. Now these 9 persons are 9 people are staying, 9 people, and these persons are sitting in a row. 9 persons are seated in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 persons seated in a row, and some of them are facing north and some of them facing south. R. Who is this R here? R, who is P's father. Now P is here. Now this P is having a father. Who is that person here? R is that person. And R, who is P's father, sits forth to the right of Q. And Q, he is the only daughter of T. And Q is the only daughter of whom? Q is the only daughter of T. Q is the only daughter of T. Then next one. And they both face in the opposite directions. S sits out to the right of U. U, who is Q's grandmother. U is Q's grandmother. As U is Q's grandmother, U will be here, isn't it? Hence U, T, and Q. Now in this one, this T can be either U's child or U's son-in-law or daughter-in-law, isn't it? Hence this T can be like this at this place, or T can be son-in-law or daughter-in-law. Then U, who is Q's grandmother, and one of them, and they both face opposite. S sits out to the right of U. U, who is Q's grandmother. U is Q's grandmother, and one of them sits adjacent to X. S is unmarried. S is unmarried and faces in a direction similar to that of V. And T, who is the sister of S. And T is the sister of whom? T is the sister of S. Now this T and S are siblings to each other. T is the sister of S, sits at one of the ends with a female. T is the sister of S, sits at one of the ends and with a female. Next one. R's neighbors are females and face in opposite directions. U's spouse R. Now this U got married to whom? U got married to R. Now we have a relation between these two, U and R. As U and R is here, and P is the child of this R, isn't it? P is the child of this R. T, who is the sister of S, sits at one of the ends. R's neighbors are females and face in opposite direction. U's spouse is R, faces in the north direction. X is the wife of V. X is the wife of V. One more relation is there. X is the wife of whom? X is the wife of V. And sits at middle, facing in the north-south direction. P, who is a male, is the only sibling of V. P, who is a male, is the only sibling of V. That means P and V are siblings to each other, isn't it? P is a male, and this person married to whom? Married to X, and this is how we can able to establish. Now here, X and V done, and P is here, and T and S were also there in this one, and X is the wife of V, sits at middle, and P, who is a male. P, who is a male, as this P, who is a male, is the only sibling of V, sits exactly between S and Q's cousin. Now this Q is having a cousin as well. as this Q is having a cousin, now so this is very crucial information, because with the help of this one we can able to fix some persons. How to fix this one? As Q is the cousin of this one, and that means Q's parents, siblings are there and their children is also there. That means in the second generation how many persons got married? There are 2 couples are there in the second generation. As there are 2 couples are there, in first generation there are 2 persons, second couple 2 couples are there, which implies that 4 persons got married, 6 persons were done, and the remaining how many persons are there? Remaining only 3 persons are left over, isn't it? And Q's cousin is there, and the people seated at the ends facing north. P faces in the same direction as that of U, R sits adjacent to X. Now this is what the final arrangement we have. R is here and U is here, and their children are, there are 2 children to this one, isn't it? As there are 2 children to this one, no. As this T can be, now P and V. Now this P and V comes into the next generation or not? As P and V comes into the next generation, if P is here, now here the space is not sufficient. Now this is the final. 1, 2, here there are these 2 persons are there. Now this person should get married and this person also should get married, isn't it? Hence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this person is 7, and this person is having a cousin as well, isn't it? And who is that cousin here? One other person must be at this place. Hence at least we have some 9 persons as of now, isn't it? Now I am rewriting this one once again. Now tell me what is the final arrangement. Now first R is here, this R and who is the person married to this R? U, R and U. Now this R and U is having 2 children, and who are those 2 children here? And V is 1, P is 1, and P is a male, and P is the only sibling of whom? V. And what is the gender of this V? And V is having, X is the wife of V, hence V is a male, X is the wife of V, X must be here, isn't it? And now T is also there, and this T is what? And T comes into the second gender. As T comes into the second gender, this T should get married to whom? T should get married to P, and T is having, S is unmarried, and S sits out to the right of U. And now regarding this T and S, there is a relation, isn't it? What is the relation here? They are siblings to each other. Now let us check out once again. R, who is P's father, sits 4th to the right of Q. Q is the only daughter of T, and Q is the only daughter of T. As Q is the only daughter of T, next one. Q is the only daughter of T, and they both face in the opposite. S sits out to the right of U. U, who is Q's grandmother. U is Q's grandmother, and one of them sits adjacent to X. S is unmarried and faces in a direction similar to that of V. S is unmarried and faces. T is the sister of S. Now T is the sister of S. S is unmarried. S is unmarried and faces in a direction similar to that of V. T, who is the sister of S. T is the sister of S, then what is the gender of this S? Not known. Then P, who is a male, is the only sibling of V, sits exactly between S and Q's cousin. S and Q's cousin, who is a male, the people seated at the ends. Then who is the person here? One more person is left over. Who must be that person? W. This W must be the child of this V and X. Why? Because this Q must have a cousin. Hence Q and W are cousins. This is the final family tree. Now tell me how many persons are there? 2 in the first generation, 5 in the next, and 2 in the next. Then coming to this one. Coming to this row arrangement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now one of the information is given at exactly at the center. Who is seated exactly at the center here? X is seated exactly at the center, that is clearly given. Now sir, X, who is the wife of V, X, who is the wife of V, sits at the middle facing south direction, isn't it? Now this is X, now this person is facing towards south and is seated exactly at the center. P, who is a male, is the only sibling of V, and V sits exactly between S and Q's cousin, and V sits exactly between Q and W, isn't it? V sits exactly between whom? V sits exactly between Q and W in any order. V sits exactly between Q and W, and Q and Q's cousin is a male, hence W is a male, isn't it? Who is a male? The people seated at the ends face in north direction. Now these two persons are facing towards north and the ends are facing towards north, and P faces in the same direction as that of U. P and U are facing the same direction, and R sits adjacent to X. As R seated adjacent to X, how many possibilities do we have? We have some two possibilities. Either R to the left of R or to the right hand side. If you take R at this place, that is one possibility. The second case, R must be at this place. Then R, who is P's father, sits fourth to the right of Q. As R is seated fourth to the right of Q, tell me where should this Q be? Can Q be at this place? Q cannot be here. If Q is here, then R is third to the place. 1, 2, 3, 4, or R will be fifth. Hence Q cannot be at this place. Then tell me whether Q can be at this place or not. If Q is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Q and X is fourth to the fourth of T. Hence this Q is also ruled out. Hence where should this Q be? Q must be here only. If Q is here, R sits fourth to the right of Q. R, who is P's father, sits fourth to the right of Q, and this Q must be facing south, and this is R, and R at this place is completely ruled out. Finally, we are left with only one case. R, X and Q were done. Sits fourth to the right of Q. Q, who is the only daughter of T, and they both face in the opposite direction. And who are those two facing in the opposite directions here? And T, P's father fourth to the right of Q, is the only daughter of T, and Q and T are facing in the opposite directions. As Q and T are facing in opposite directions, T is facing towards which direction? T is facing towards north only. Why? Because Q is facing towards south. As Q is south, Q and T are opposite directions. S sits third to the right of U. S is seated third to the right of U. U, who is Q's grandmother, and one of them is seated adjacent to X. Now one of them is seated adjacent to X, either S or U must be adjacent to X. S or U. If S is here and third, 1, 2, 3, U can be at this place, isn't it? S or U, U can be here, or 1, 2, 3, U can be here. There are more possibilities for this one. S sits third to the right of U. S is seated third to the right of U. Tell me whether U can be at this place or not. At the end, U cannot be at the end because U is facing towards north. Then this S will be third to the left rather than third right. Hence U cannot be at this place. As U cannot be at this place, then where should this U be? U must be at this place. This is one possibility, isn't it? Then S is third to the right. S sits third to the right of U. If U is here, then U is facing towards north, isn't it? Then S sits. Or what is the other possibility here? The other possibility, if U is at this place, and the second possibility, 1, 2, 3, S can be at this place, isn't it? S can be at this place. And this S and U can be interchangeable. Then S is unmarried and faces in a direction to that of V. V and S are facing the same direction. V and S facing the same direction. And T is the sister of T, who is a sister of S, sits at one of the ends with a female. T is at one of the ends with a female. Now here, can you take T at this place or not? Now this T is at this end, then whatever this Q is a female, and this person, and this T, who is at an end, sits with a female. Then R's neighbors are females. R's neighbors are females means, now sir, U and X. U and X. What about this U here? U is a female. And whatever this X, X is again a female. U and X. Then can S be here? Yes. The gender of this S is not known as of now, isn't it? Then R faces in the north direction. R's neighbors are females and faces in opposite direction. Now these two persons are facing in the opposite direction. U's spouse R faces in the north. Now this R is facing towards north direction. R is facing towards north. Then faces in the north. X is the wife of V, sits in the middle, facing south. P, who is a male, is the only sibling of V. V sits exactly between S and Q. As V sits exactly between S and Q, hence V must be here. Are you following this one or not? V sits exactly between S and Q. As V sits exactly between S and Q, or V sits exactly between Q and W, right? V sits exactly between Q and W. As V sits exactly between, now where is this information here? P, who is a male, is the only sibling of V. V sits exactly between S and Q's cousin. Who is Q's cousin here? W is Q's cousin. Hence, this V sits exactly between Q and W. As this V sits exactly between Q and W, then between S and Q's cousin, and S and Q's cousin is W. W is a Q's cousin is a male. Then the people seated at the ends facing north, P faces in the same direction as that of U, and R sits adjacent to X. Then tell me what are the different possibilities we have. Now U and R, now this is the final family tree we have, isn't it? Now with the help of this one, now let us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 are the 9 persons. Now among these 9 persons, who is at the center? X is at the center and facing towards south. Then X is facing at the south. R, who is P's father, and fourth to the right of Q. R, who is P's father, fourth to the right of Q, and Q is here, and this person is facing towards south, and R will be at this place, isn't it? And this R is facing towards which direction? R is facing towards north. Are you following this one or not? R is facing towards north. Then, now T is at this corner, and the persons who are at the ends are facing towards which direction? Facing towards north, and Q is a female. Then R, who is P's father, sits fourth to the right of Q. Q, who is the only daughter of T, and they both face in the opposite directions. And who are the persons facing in the opposite directions here? Q and T are facing opposite. S sits third to the right of U. S is seated third to the right of U, and U, who is grandmother, and one of them is seated adjacent to X. Now if S is here, that is one possibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And what is the other possibility here? T at this place, and Q at this place, and this Q is a female. X at this place facing south, and R is here facing north, and this person at the corner is facing towards north direction. And X, S is unmarried. S sits third to the right of U. S is seated third to the right of U, and either S or U is adjacent to this X. One of them is adjacent to X. Now, sir, S is third to the right of U. Then tell me where should this U be? U must be at this place, isn't it? S is seated third to the right of U. Now, in this one, 1, 2, 3, S will be at this place. S is seated third to the right of U means U is facing towards north. Here, S is seated third to the right of U. Third to the right of U. Then this U must be facing towards south. Then only S is seated third to the right of U. And U, who is grandmother, and one of them seated adjacent to X. S is unmarried and faces a similar direction to that of V. S and V are facing the same direction. And T is the sister of S and sits at one of the ends with a female. R's neighbors are females. R's neighbors are females means this S and X are females. And R's neighbors U and X are females. Isn't it? And and face in the opposite direction. These two persons are opposite directions. Who are those two persons? R's neighbors are opposite. U and X are opposite. Here X is here and S will be here. R's immediate neighbors are opposite. Then, and face in opposite direction. U spouse R faces in the north direction. R in the north. X is the wife of V. Sits in the middle facing south. P is the male. And is the only sibling of V. P is a male. Is the only sibling of V. Sits exactly between S and Q. Now, sir, who is seated exactly between X and Q? S, P or V? P, who is a male, is the only sibling of V, sits exactly between S and W. S, who is exactly between S and W? P is exactly between S and W. Isn't it? Now here, P, here is talking about whom? P. P, who is a male, is the only sibling of V, sits exactly between, hence, P is exactly between S and W. As P is exactly between S and W, tell me what is the possibility we can have. P is exactly between S and W. And now, sir, in this case, is it possible to have S and W at this place? Not possible. As it is not possible here, P is exactly between S and W, W will be here. If W is here, V will be here. Done with this? Now, this is the final arrangement. Now, in this one, S and V are facing the same direction, S is not, V is also not. And at the same time, and P and U are facing the same direction. As U is facing south and P is also facing south. Then W north, P south, S north, R north, X south, U south, V is towards north, and Q is south and T is towards north. Then earlier, now we got that S is a female. Now in that family tree, now S gender is not known. Now S is a female. Clear now? Now write down this family tree from this place and the final arrangement from the second place. Done with this? Now this is about question number 71 to 75. After this 71 to 75, and the next one is 76 to 80. As question number 76 to 80. As completed writing this one. Now this is the final arrangement. The row arrangement, write down this row arrangement. W north and P is towards south, and whatever this one S is towards north, S is a female, R is towards north, X is towards south, U towards south, and V is towards north, and Q south, and T is towards north. Then question number 76 to 80. Now these questions based on reverse syllogisms, isn't it? Now in the case of reverse syllogisms, earlier we had discussed about that one, okay, tick and cross method. Now let us work out this one in the same method. Now tell me for these four statements, what are the statements here? All A's are B's. Now in this all A's are B's, A is tick and B is cross, and some A's are B's. What can we say about this one? Some A's are B's. Both A and B are cross and cross. Next one, no A is B. Now in this no A is B, A is tick, B is also tick, and some A's are not B's. Now in this some A's are not B's, and A is cross and B is tick. Hence in total we have some 4 statements, isn't it? Write down this. Now this tick resembles the element can definitely be concluded. We are 100% sure about that element, hence that is tick. And we are not 100% sure about that element, that is cross. That's what we mean by this tick and cross. Conclusion means it must be 100% definiteness. Now wherever there is tick, that element can be definitely concluded from the statements. Then now question number 76. Now in this 76, yes, what is the first thing we have discussed in this one? No. Now while drawing these conclusions, we should have at least 2 statements. And 2 statements, now in this statement if you observe here O and N are the 2 words are there, here also N and M are there. Now between these 2 I can able to derive a conclusion. Why? Because O, N, N, M, how many words are there, how many letters are there? 4 letters. O, N, N, M. Out of these 4, there are only 3 different letters. What are those 3? O is 1, N and M. Now this is 1, N is middle common between these 2. Hence in order to draw a conclusion, we should have a common word. And unless and otherwise we have a common word between 2 statements, we cannot able to derive a conclusion. That common term is nothing but the middle term. Middle term, why should we have a middle term? In order to establish a relation between the first statement and the second statement. This act as a link between these two statements. Clear now? Hence, in order to draw a conclusion between two statements, we should have a common or a middle term. Common term. Hence, now O, N, and M are there. N is the common term. Hence, I can able to derive the conclusion. Hence, these two statements can be combined to draw a conclusion. Isn't it? Now again. Now first we should finalize which two statements can be combined to draw a conclusion or not. Once we have finalized this one, then we should go for tick and cross method. Why? Because the term which is common, that should be distributed at least once. If it is not distributed, no conclusion can be drawn. Clear now? మనకి conclusion రావాలంటే రెండు స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఉండాలి. ఆ రెండు స్టేట్మెంట్స్లో మనకి 3 డిఫరెంట్ వర్డ్స్ ఉంటాయి. 3 డిఫరెంట్ అంటే రెండిట్లో మనకి ఒక్కొక్క దాంట్లో రెండు ఉంటాయి. రెండు ఉంటే 4 ఉండాలి. కానీ ఇక్కడ 3 డిఫరెంట్ ఉండాలి. అంటే ఒకటైతే కామన్గా ఉండాలి. రెండిట్లో ఏదైతే కామన్ టర్మ్ ఉందో అప్పుడే ఆ రెండు స్టేట్మెంట్స్ని కలిపితే మనకు ఒక కంక్లూజన్ అయితే వస్తుంది. మరి కంక్లూజన్ డెఫినెట్గా వస్తుందా రాదా తెలియాలనుకుంటే అప్పుడు టిక్కు క్రాస్ చూసుకోవాలి. అందులో మిడిల్ టర్మ్ ఏదైతే కామన్గా ఉందో అది కనీసం ఒక్కసారి అయినా డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ అయినప్పుడు మాత్రమే మనకు కంక్లూజన్ వస్తుంది. క్లియర్ నౌ? ఇది ఒక్కటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకొని సరిపోతుంది. దెన్ కమింగ్ టు దిస్ వన్. Then now tell me, in order to derive this one, N and O. N and O, now O is there. Some O or N is nothing but some N or O. Are we getting the answer or not? Yes, without combining the second statement, we can derive directly from this statement itself. Some N or O, some O or N means some N or O already derived. Then what is the next one here? Then now we need to derive from between L and N. N is here, isn't it? And L is here. N and M is there. M and L is there. Now M is the middle term, isn't it? M should go and L should come. Statement between M and L is there. Hence, by combining these two, we can able to derive. Now tell me, are we getting the answer or not with the help of these two? These two can be combined to draw a conclusion. Now tell me, N and M, N is tick, M is cross. Here M is cross, L is cross. What happened to this middle term here? M is the middle term. Is it distributed once? As it is not distributed at least once, hence first conclusion, first choice cannot be your answer at all. Are you following this one or not? Why we cannot derive the conclusion? Because the middle term has not distributed at least once. There is no tick on the middle term M. Hence choice 1 is ruled out. Then coming to choice 2. And whatever this choice 2 here, then in this choice 2, some N or O, now O and L is there. O should be as it is, L should go, N should come, and their statement must be in between L and N. L and N, is there any statement between L and N? No statement, hence choice 2 is also ruled out. Isn't it? Then coming to the third one. Yes, what is the third one here? Some O or M. O is here, O should be as it is, this M should go, and N should come. Now the statement between M and N. Do we have any statement between M and N? No statement, isn't it? No statement between these two, and this is also ruled out. Then what about choice 4 here? Now in choice 4, some N or O. O is here, isn't it? O will be as it is. Then K should go and N should come. Now the statement between N and K. Is there any statement between K and N? As the second one. Hence, we can combine these two statements. Then how can we say whether we can draw a conclusion or not? Then by checking out whether the middle term distributed or not. Here O and K, cross and cross. Here tick and cross, middle term K distributed, isn't it? Hence, we can able to derive the conclusion. What is the conclusion I am getting here? Between O and N. Some O or N, some N or O are one and the same. Am I getting the answer or not? Hence, with the help of statement 1 and 2, I can derive the conclusion first one. Second one, some L or N. Some L or N. Now in this one, N is there, N should be as it is, N should be there. Now M should go and L should come, isn't it? Now M should go, L should come. Now the statement between M and L. Do we have any statement between M and L? Now the 3 and 4. Hence by combining these two, now let us check out whether we can draw the conclusion or not. Now in this one, N or M both are cross and cross. Here tick and cross, middle term M distributed, hence I can able to derive some N or L is nothing but some L or N. Yes, what is the answer here? choice 4 is the answer. Clear now? Now to explain this one, I need this much time, but whereas in order to solve this one, we do not require that much time. Why? Because we will just check out whether the middle term is there, tick is there or not. Done with this? Now this is about question number 76. Then coming to question number 77. Now in this question number 77, tell me what are the conclusions here? Now some case or not J's. Some case or not J's means this comes under which category? Negative conclusion. Negative conclusion, we will get a negative conclusion only through a negative statement. Isn't it? Affirmative statements, negative conclusion cannot be drawn. Negative statements, affirmative conclusion cannot be drawn. Hence, as you are having a negative conclusion, now this negative conclusion we should get from negative statement. Then what is the negative statement here? No I is J. No I is J is a negative statement. Then in this one, J should be as it is. J should be as it is. I should go and K should come. Now the statement between I and K. Is there any statement here? The first one. Hence by combining these. If you combine these two, this is cross and cross, and this is tick and tick. Middle term I distributed, and some case or not J's definitely be drawn. Isn't it? Some case or not J's. Then coming to this one, some G's or J. J is here, H is here, H should go, G should come. H and G, is there any statement here? No statement. And the second conclusion cannot be drawn. And choice 1 is ruled out. Done with this? First conclusion I can able to derive. Second one we cannot able to derive because there is no statement between what? H and G. Then coming to the second choice. What is the second choice here? Again, no J is H. No J is H. Now J will be as it is here, and H should go, K should come. Statement between H and K. Any statement between H and K? No. Choice 2 is ruled out. Then coming to choice 3. And choice 3, no G is J. J is there. J should be as it is. G should go, K should come. G and K statement must be there. Is there any statement or not? First statement. Now then check out. This is cross and this is cross. This is tick and this is tick. G middle term distributed, and some case or not J is definitely true. The first conclusion we can able to derive with the help of the first two statements in choice 3. Then coming to the fourth one. All H are J, and then now here. All H are J. J is here. H should go and G should come. And the statement between G and H. Is there any statement between G and H? No. Hence choice 3 is also ruled out. Done with this? Then coming to choice 4. Now in choice 4, no I is J. J should be as it is. I should go. K should come. Statement between I and K. Any statement between I and K? No K at all. Isn't it? No K at all, hence this is also ruled out. Then what about the fifth one here? Now case or not J's. Now case or not J's, this is also no conclusion can be drawn. Isn't it? Hence none of these is the answer. If you had rather diagram, are you getting any answer? No, then also you will not get any answer. Now here there is a small correction. What is the small correction here? Now the small correction that is required is, now in the place of Q, now let us take it as K. K తీసుకుందామా? ఒకసారి చూడండి. Some K's are I, no I is J, some K's are not J's. Are you getting the answer or not? Now Q. Then what is the other thing here? J and G. Now J and G, this is tick and cross, and this is tick and cross, and J is a middle term distributed, and some G's or H, we are getting this one. Now, all J's or G's means some G's or J's is definitely true. Hence, in the place of Q, just make it as a K. Then you will get choice 4 as the answer. Or else you will not get any answer at all. What is the key given in this one? Fifth option. Will we get fifth option anyway? No. Why? All the statements are affirmative, negative conclusion cannot be drawn. Okay, then what is your answer here? Choice 4. After making a small correction, okay, K in the place of Q, you will get choice 4 as the answer. Now you can draw the diagram, you will get the answer. And this is about 77. Then question number 78. Now question number 78. No N is L. No N is L means statement must be a negative statement. Now here. Now in the first choice, M and J is there. N and L, none of the statements, none of the words are there in this one. Choice 1 is ruled out. At least one letter should be there between these two. No word, no letter is there, that is ruled out. Choice 2. Now in choice 2, no N is M. Now N will be as it is. M should go, L should come, M and L. And the next statement is between L and M. Now this is tick and tick. This is tick and cross. Middle term distributed. Hence this is tick and this is tick. Negative statement. Hence no N is L, definitely true. Isn't it? Then coming to the other one. Some case are N. Some case are I. K will be as it is. And I should go, N should come. Between I and N, the first two statements. Then combine these two. This is cross and cross. And this is tick and cross. Middle term I distributed. And some case are N definitely drawn. Choice 2 is the answer. Done with this 78. Then question number 79. Now in this 79, some Z or X. Some Z or X. Now Z or Y. As 79 and 80, can you work out this or not? As 79 and 80, can you work out these two or not? 79, 80. Then 81 to 85. Now question numbers 81 to 85. These questions are based on what? These are based on coding and decoding. Yes, how many of you have done this one? Now kite. Now kite, flight, and sit. Now in this one, kite, what is the value of this kite? Kite is K-I-T-E. Now this kite, K-I-T-E. K-I-T. Now for K, the next letter to K is what? Next letter to K is L. To the first letter plus 1 and written at the last. And to the last letter E, minus 1, and it is written as the beginning. First letter plus 1 written at the last letter minus 1 written at the first. Then coming to this one, hence D and L. Where can we have D and L? D and L is at this one, hence 5 is there. How can you get this 5? That 5 is nothing but the place value of the last letter. And similarly, let us check out for the remaining. F L by fly. Now F plus 1 G and Y minus 1 X, and what is the value of the last one here? 25. And 625G is a code for fly. And coming to this N, now in this N, yes, tell me I plus 1 is J, N minus 1 is M, isn't it? What is the value of N? The value of N is 14. Last letter value is N14, and M14J. Then coming to this one, what is left over here? S site is set. Now S plus 1 is T, T minus 1 is S, isn't it? S plus 1 is T, T minus 1. The value of T is 20, and just 20T is the code to the word sit. Done? And this is how to derive the questions, codes for all the remaining questions, 81 to 85. Done with this? Then question numbers 86 to 90. Now in this question numbers 86 to 90, what is information here? 6 friends met for a dinner, and their names are Shruti, Yukt, Kanik, Paras, Ayush and Rekha, and they are working with 6 different designations. These designations are IT, sales agent, specialist officer, analyst, engineer, and so on, and their arrangement. And they are seated around a circular table. How many persons are there? Tell me. There are 6 persons. And they took dinner around a round table. Their arrangement is in the following manner. Now 6 persons. Now if you observe here, all the names of these 6 persons are started with different letters, isn't it? Then Y is in front of sales agent. As Y is in front of sales agent, then tell me where can I fix this one. Now I am fixing this Y at this place. Now this Y is in front of sales agent means this person must be sales agent. That means Y and sales agent are opposite to each other. Okay? And what is the next information here? Teacher is seated second to the right of Ayush. A and teacher is seated second to the right of Ayush. Next one, Ayush. And K is opposite to Shruti. Shruti is to the immediate left of specialist officer. Now K is opposite to whom? K is opposite to Shruti. Now this Shruti is to the immediate left of the specialist officer SO. And P is not a specialist officer but opposite to analyst. Ayush is immediate right of engineer and sales agent is immediate left of Shruti. Sales agent is immediate left of Shruti and this person is Shruti. If this person is Shruti and Shruti is opposite to whom? Shruti is opposite to Kanika, isn't it? Now Kanika is opposite to Shruti. Kanika is opposite to Shruti. Shruti who is to the immediate left of specialist officer. This Shruti is to the immediate left of specialist officer. This person must be specialist officer. Paras is not a specialist officer. As Paras not a specialist officer, hence P cannot be at this place. And but opposite to whom? But this Paras is opposite to analyst. As Paras is opposite to analyst, then tell me where can this Paras? Now Shruti is at this place, Paras and Shruti cannot be here, and specialist officer is here. And Paras is opposite to whom? Analyst. As Paras is opposite to analyst, Paras cannot be here. Why? If Paras is here, then that person is opposite to specialist officer but not to analyst. Hence Paras cannot be here, cannot be here, and cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here. Then who is this Paras? Paras is a sales agent and this person is opposite to whom? Analyst, and this Y is an analyst. Done? Analyst. Ayush is immediate right of engineer. Ayush is to the immediate right of engineer and sales agent is to the immediate left of Shruti. Ayush is to the immediate right of engineer. Now tell me where should this Ayush? Can Ayush be at this place? Is it possible or not? Yes, it is possible. Why? Because if Ayush is here, Shruti will be an engineer, isn't it? Ayush is to the immediate right of engineer. Or if Ayush is at this place, this Kanika is an engineer. How many possibilities? There are two possibilities. And sales agent immediate left of Shruti. Next one, IT is in between engineer and sales agent. IT is in between engineer and sales agent. Sales agent is here. IT is in between. Hence this person cannot be here, isn't it? As IT is in between sales agent engineer, then who is at IT? Now this person must be IT. As this person is in IT, and this IT is in between sales agent and engineer. This person is an engineer. If this person K is an engineer, then who is the person here? And Ayush must be at this place, isn't it? Because Ayush is to the immediate right of whom? Ayush is to the immediate right of the engineer. Then who is the person left over here? Shruti. And what is the profession left over here? Sales agent, IT, engineer, and analytic officer, analyst, engineer, sales agent, specialist officer, teacher is left over, isn't it? Then who is the teacher here? And teacher is here. And this Shruti is the teacher. As Shruti is the teacher, and this teacher is to the immediate right of, earlier we have one information. Teacher is second to the right of Ayush. And so Ayush is here, teacher will be here. Then who is the person left over here? Yes. And Rekha. And Rekha is left over. Rekha must be the specialist officer. Rekha is the specialist officer. And Shruti is the teacher. And this Paras is sales agent. Ayush is IT. And this K is engineer. And Y is analyst. And this is how these 6 persons are seated around this circular table. And they belong to different professions. 86 to 90. Then question numbers 91 onwards. 91 to 95 is based on input and output, isn't it? Now the same model we have discussed in our classroom as well, isn't it? How many of you could able to recollect this one? Now in the third paper. Now in total we have discussed some 13 sets in that input output. In those 13 sets, and this will be the 11th set, I believe. Either the 10th or the 11th set will be of this one. 11th set. 11th set, you will go and find this one, you will find the same logic. Now, sir, at that one what happens, for each and every step we have taken a different logic. The first one, what happens in that one? The first one will be reverse. Not here, I am not talking about here. In the classroom we have discussed about the first step will be reverse, and after that reverse, recently we have finalized that one. And after that reverse, then what is the next one? It is multiplied with 3 into 3, next one plus 11, after plus 11, plus 2, plus 4, plus 6, plus 8, isn't it? And so on, sum of the digits in the numbers to get the final one, finally arranging all these elements in the ascending order, isn't it? Fine. Now similarly, this also comes under the same category, 91 to 95. Now in this 91 to 95, now if you observe here, input and output, the numbers are completely different. None of the numbers in the input were repeated in the output. Hence, for each and every step, there is a separate logic. Then from input to step 1, what is the logic? Tell me here. From input to step 1, now 12 and 3. How will you get 3 with the help of 12? Now input to step 1, input, and this is step 1. What is the logic here? Sum of the digits. Sum of the digits. Sum of the digits in the number, and it is written as here. And next one. And step 1 to step 2, what is the logic here? Step 1 to step 2. Now this is 3 and 5, 8 and 60. Now say this is the key number 2 and 0. Isn't it? 2 and 0 and 8 and 60. How will you get 60 with the help of 8? 8 square minus 4. Now 3 square is 9 minus 5 is 4, 9 minus 4 is 5. 8 square minus 4 is 60. 5 square minus 4 is 21. And 4 square minus 4 is 12. 1 square minus 4 minus 3. 7 square minus 4 is 45. And 2 square minus 4 is 0. Hence from step 1 to step 2, number square minus 4 is the logic. Are you following this one or not? Then step 2 to step 3. Then what is the logic behind this one? Step 2 to step 3. Now from step 2 to step 3, then 5, 6, 21 is 3, and again 21, 3, 1, 12 is 3, and this is 3, 4 plus 5, 9, and so on. Here, sum of the digits once again. Sum of the digits in step 2 is given as step 3. And this is step 3. Then step 4. Then tell me what is the logic behind this step 3 to step 5 and 6. What is the difference here? Plus 1. Next 6 and 10, difference is plus 4. Next one 3 and 12, plus 9. What are these numbers? And 3 and 19, plus 16. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, and so on are added. Isn't it? Hence if you observe here 0 and 64. And 0 plus 8 square is 64. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square up to 8 square are added. And this is step 4. Then step 4 to step 5, what is the relation here? Now 6 and 14 and 10 and 18. What is the difference here? Plus 8. Straight away 8 is added to each of these numbers. 6 plus 8 is 14, 10 plus 8 is 18, 12 plus 8 is 20, 19 plus 8 is 27, 28 plus 8 is 36, and so on. And finally step 5 to step 6, what is the relation here? Sum of the digits. 1 plus 4 is 5, sum of digits. 1 plus 4 is 5, 1 plus 8 is 9, and so on. All these 5 questions 91 to 95 are based on the same logic. Okay? Write down this. Then question numbers 96 to 100. Question numbers 91 to 95. Then 96 to 100. As 96, 5 students A, B, C, D, and E are the top 5 rankers in a class, not necessarily in the same order. A got better rank than B, D, and E. If B got better rank than C, isn't it? Then who is the top ranker in the class? Tell me who is the top ranker here? The top ranker in the class is A. Why it is A? A got better rank than B, D, and E. Among these B, D, and E, who got better rank than whom is not clearly known. And if B got better rank than C, as B got better rank than C, now this C gets less rank than A. Hence B, C, D, E cannot have the first rank. Hence who got the better rank here? A got the first rank. A got the better rank among these 5. choice 1. Then question number 97. Yes, question number 97. A's father's mother. A is here and A is having a father, isn't it? A is father. A's father's mother. Father's mother is there. A's father, father's mother, mother's only child, only child's only daughter is B. Only child's only daughter is B. Then, now set. Let us take this is C and this is D. A's father is C. A's father's mother is D. This mother's D's only child is C. Only child C's only daughter is B. As this B is the only daughter, this A is, A and B are siblings, A is the son. Then how is A related to B? A is the brother of B, choice 1. 97, it is choice 1. Then question number 98. Now in this question number 98, 5 buses B1, B2, B3, B4 and B5 arrived at a bus station at 5 different timings, not necessarily in the same order, isn't it? Then we need to find out which is the third bus to arrive at the station. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now 5 buses at 5 different timings. Then condition number 1. What is given in this one? B3 is neither the first nor the fifth bus to arrive. B3 cannot be here and B3 cannot be neither the first nor the fifth bus to arrive. And next one, arrive at the station. B4 is the second bus to arrive at the station. B4 is the second to arrive at the station. B4 is second to arrive at the station. And if one bus comes in between B4 and B2, one bus between B4 and B2, B2 will be here. If B2 is here, B3 cannot be at the first place, B3 cannot be at the last place, cannot be at the second and cannot be at the fourth, hence B3 must be at the third place. Then, which is the third bus to arrive? Which is the third bus here? B3 is the third bus to arrive, that is choice 3. Question number 98, choice 3 is the answer. Done with this 98. Then question number 99. In a textile showroom, 5 colored sarees were displayed outside. How many colored sarees are there? There are 5 colored sarees are displayed. A lady passes through the road. A lady passes through the road, observes that the violet saree was at one of the ends. Now how many sarees are there? 5 sarees. 4, 5. Now this violet is at the end. This violet can be at the left end or at the right end of this row, isn't it? Now violet, there are 2 possibilities. And violet is at one of the ends. One of the end. Indigo colored saree has equal number of sarees on either end. On either end means indigo must be at the center. Equal number of sarees on either end means in total 5 sarees were there. To this indigo left hand side 2 sarees, right hand side 2 sarees, which implies that this indigo saree must be exactly at the center. Indigo colored sarees has equal number of sarees at its either sides. She observed that the yellow colored saree is one place, okay, to the left of indigo. As yellow. Yellow is one place away to the left of indigo, and tell me which saree is at the right. And yellow is one place to the left of indigo. Yes, tell me what is the answer here? Yellow is one place to the left of what? Yellow is one place to the left of indigo. If yellow is here and yellow is one place to the left of. Yellow is one place to the left of what? Yellow is one place to the left of indigo, right? Yellow is one place to the left of indigo. Hence, where should this indigo? Indigo must be last. And yellow. Yellow must be at this place. And here also, yellow must be here. Yellow is one place away to the left of indigo. Left of indigo is given. And this case is ruled out. Then what is the question here? Which saree is at the right end? Yes, tell me which is at the right end here? And violet is at the right end. Violet at this place. Choice 4. Done with this? Then question number 100. Now in this question number 100, Ram travels a distance of 5 kilometers from a place A towards north. From A, this Ram traveled how many kilometers? 5 kilometers north. Turns left and walks 3 meters. Left hand side turns 3 meters. Again he turns right and walks 2 kilometers. And finally he turns right and walks 3 kilometers. Finally right hand side 3 kilometers to reach place B. Now this is place. And what is the distance between A and B? Yes, tell me what is the distance here? This is 5 and this is 2. 5 plus 2 is 7 kilometers. Choice 5 is the answer. Now this is about paper number 64, question number 66 to 100. Done? Yes, anything else left over in this paper? Yes? Any doubts apart from this? 53. Yes? Number series question numbers please. 51 to 60. Now 51 to 55. Yes, 51. Now question number 51. 17, 19, 23. Yes, what is the difference between these two? 17 and 19 plus 2. Here the difference is 4. Here the difference is 8. 2, 4, 8, 16. And 31 plus 16, 47, that is choice 4. 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8, 8 into 2, 16, 16 into 2, 32. Next question number 52. Now in this 52, what are these numbers here? 15 plus 3 is 18, and 18 plus how much? 18 plus 10 is 28, 18 plus 8 is 10 is 28, and 28 plus how much? 17 is 45, and 45 and 69, 45 and 69, 45 plus 24 is 69. Now the difference between these two is 7, 7, 7. Hence what should be the next number here? 24 plus 7 is 31, and 69 plus 31 is how much? 69 plus 31, 100, choice 3. Done with this? Question number 52, 100 choice. Then question number 53, 14, 7, 7, 10.5. We have discussed n number of times this question, isn't it? And 52.5. Now 14 and 17. Whenever the number decreases once, it must be under into 0.5 or 1. 14 into 0.5 is 7. 7 into 1, this is 7 into 1.5. Into 0.5, 1, 1.5 into 2 is 21, and 21 into 2.5. What is 21 into 2.5? 42 plus 10.5, that is 52.5. And what is the number here? 21 is the missing number, choice 5, question number 53. Then 54. Now in this question number 54, tell me what is the information given here? 7, 16 and so on. Yes, what is the difference between 7 and 16? 7, 16. 7 plus 9 is 16, 7 plus 9 16, and 16 and 43. 16 plus how much is 43? 16 plus 27 is 43, and 43 and 88. What is the difference here? 43 and 88, and this will be 45, 45. Next difference is 45 is 88, and next one is 151. Yes, what is the difference between these two? 63. 8 plus, isn't it? 8 plus 3, 1, 1 plus 6, 7 plus 8, 15. Now what are these numbers? 9 into 1, 9 into 3, 9 into 5, 9 into 7, next one 9 into 9. 81 should be added here, and this will be 232. Then what is the number here? 232, choice 4. Done? Then next one, question number 55. 11, 14, 22. 11, 14, 22, 37, 61. Then what should be the next? 11 and 14 plus 3. 14 and 22 difference is so much? Plus 8. And 22 and 37 difference is so much? Plus 15. And next one. And 37 and 61. 20, 24. Now the difference between 3 and 8 is so much? 5. 8 and 15, 7. Here the difference is 9. Next one is 11. 24 plus 11, 35. And the number is 96. Then what is the number here? Choice 5, 96. Now this is about question numbers 51 to 55. Done with this? Paper number 64. As this is the last session for today,